Okay, so there's a couple questions on the homework on chapter 2, and basically it boils down to finding the center of a circle. So the first one is on this one, which is number 3, which is the swivel base. We want to find the center of that circle of the curve right up here, and so it got a radius of 15 millimeters. Okay, and what I know is that that touches the end of this corner and it's tangent to this line right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a few things to determine where that center is that I'm ultimately going to erase. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to draw a radius circle, okay, centered from this point right here, because I know, and I'm going to go ahead and write 15. I know that the center of that circle has to be somewhere along this curve. Where? Well, I don't know, except for the fact that I know that it's tangent to this line here, which means that it's 15 millimeters up from this line, the center of that circle as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line, okay, and I'll start it right here, and I'll go up 15, and then I'll go over until I intersect with it. That point right there is the center of the circle that I'm going to create there. So I'm going to go ahead and create this circle, center it right here, draw it out to this point right there, and there's the circle that I'm looking for. Then I can go through and delete these lines that I don't need, like this, right? And then I can do some trimming like this, and I have that curve that I'm looking for. This is a 15 millimeter line that's tangent to that, to this line here, and it touches this corner over here. Okay, so something similar has to go on with the sensor mount over here, and what I'm looking for is a circle with a radius that's 3.5 that touches this point here, and is tangent to this line right here. So again, I'm going to draw some circles to figure this out. One circle will go right here, okay? And again, it's from this point. I know that the center of that circle has to be about 3.5 from this point right here. So again, the center of the circle is somewhere on this curve. I don't know exactly where. What I'm going to do is figure out from this other one, okay? And what I know is that it has to be tangent to this line right here, okay? The other thing that I know, I'm going to draw the circle and explain a little bit more what I mean in a second, okay? But again, so going from the center of this circle, okay, out to the edge of that circle, this circle is 1.5, okay? So from the center of this circle, the center of the circle that then becomes tangent, because from the center out to here is 1.5, and then to the next circle is 3.5. So I'm going to draw a circle with a radius of 5 that is centered at this circle. Okay, so it has a radius of 5. Okay, this right here is the center of the circle. Okay, and again, it's 3.5 away from this point and 5 away from the center. And again, I get that 5 because I know it's tangent to the 1.5 circle. So I go out 1.5 and then another 3.5. That is the radius of the circle to get that. So again, if I put this in here, okay, and I give it a radius of 3.5, you see that it's now tangent to that circle. Okay, so I'm going to delete this guy and just kind of go through again. So this line right here, from here to the center of this circle, that is 5 inches. You can see that's the radius of that line. And again, it goes from the center out to this is 1.5, then another 3.5, and that's how I knew that. Okay, so I can go ahead and delete this guy and delete this guy. Now to get that inside circle, it's the same idea. Okay, well actually now I know the center of the circle. I can just draw this circle right in here. It's the same circle, but it's 4.25, and that'll be that line in there, and I can go ahead and draw that and trim it out a little bit as necessary. Okay, so again, that's how you figure these guys out. You draw some circles, draw some lines so that you can find the center of the circle that you're looking for so that you can then create it there.